Hi, this is iAllegedly, and I'm Dan. I have a good one for you today, but I am disappointed. I came out before the sun came up to show you guys the fish market, and there's no fish today. No fish. No fish for you. Anyways, I got a good one because we're going to talk about the debt ceiling and good old Janet Yellen. As she leaves, she's talking about how we're going to run out of money. The U.S. is broke. So please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have a sponsor today, Private Internet Access. And let's get right into it. Janet Yellen wrote Donald Trump a letter stating that he needs to raise the debt ceiling by January 14th or we're going to default. Please understand this. Do you believe that, first of all? Do you believe the United States government is going to completely shut down and there's going to be no payments? You're going to have no Social Security, no pensions, no Medicaid, no military salaries, no interest payments. Who believes that? Who believes that we're going to default right now at this time? Now, here's something that's very fascinating. As I researched this was supposed to happen on January 2nd, but there's a $54 billion redemption of bonds and things like that, non-tradable securities. In other words, probably T-bills or different things that we are going to cash in that are going to give us a $54 billion surplus, but it will make it so that we'll have enough money until January 14th. Now, what we need to do, Mr. President, is have an unlimited credit line and raise the debt ceiling to the moon. Wow. Who wants our government to be able to do this? Because as far as this channel is concerned, and most of us are concerned, the government has a free run to print money and do whatever it wants. I mean, you guys have seen this. The last 4 years, all these guys have done is spend money on God knows what, on whatever they want. You know, they can, call it inflation reduction, and it's ridiculous because it's anything but that. So, as we live through this, I'll give you guys a copy of her letter because it's so stellar. But the link will be below for you to read this directly. It's such nonsense, guys, because I really believe that this last administration, and Janet Yellen is she's she is the worst person when it comes to our deficit. She has seen the deficit double under her running the Fed and under her being the Treasury Secretary. It is an absolute disaster with what she has done to the United States of America. So, I found another article, What is the Debt Ceiling? So you guys can look that up. And a few other things in the news right now. We always talk about budgeting and, I got a really good Christmas, okay? Spend it with my kids. My girlfriend came in. Her son came in, and a granddaughter. It was just fun. We just had a great time. Everybody got together. Everybody got along. Everything was fantastic. But we were talking about business and finances and how you need to budget. And my son was like, wow, I really learned something, Dad, and that is if I save my money now and I have my rent and if I have my bills put aside early, then I don't have to stress out about it and I can feel better. Well, that's what we should all do, guys. We should all not have no money and have it, we'll fix it. Janet Yellen, we'll fix it. Oh, it's not January 2nd. Oh, it's the 14th. This is an insane way to run the United States of America. It's an insane way to run our economy, in general. But one thing that has come up, think about this. So many people have written me about the problem with insurance and with property taxes around the country. Now, think about this. Overall, people are paying so much more for property taxes, but basically right now, people are paying 35% more with their monthly mortgage payment when it comes to taxes and when it comes to their insurance right now. Everything that you do, everything. Don't let it slip by. Try to research and try to make sure that you're getting a deal on everything, because I just got my renewal for my insurance. Wow, it went up $1,200. Call around. if you need to have a good insurance company that will pay your claims. Let's put it that way. But you don't want to get fleeced during this time. You don't want to be taken advantage of so badly that, oh, just it went up. Where does this money, this invisible money, come from? Digits on a screen go up and we're just expected to pay them. No, I don't want to live my life this way. I want it to be that we get a deal on every single thing that we do. So you have to do this. You have to shop. And is it a headache? Yeah, of course. It's absolutely, awful to do this. But the other thing is, if you have your property taxes go up, you need to, communicate with your city. I have seen lots of mistakes with people where they go out and they're just told, oh yeah, it went up, $3,800, and it was wrong. The assessment was wrong. Now, the worst thing is when the real estate downturn officially hits and housing prices drop in value. That can take years to get your money back from there. So be ready for that. But again, the government, they want it, they want it so that they can have an unlimited debt ceiling. I mean, just insanity. Now, Donald Trump wants this. Donald Trump doesn't want this. Janet Yellen says he wants it now. I mean, come on, it is just insane. I don't want to give unlimited spending to our politicians because they've just proven themselves to be total jackasses. When you look at that 1,500-page bill that they initially set up, I mean, if you saw all the stuff in there, we talked about, we have a private channel, iAllegedly Live. You can sign up at iAllegedly.tv. We talked about that. I mean, it is criminal what these people were going to do to us. So there's a lot more to cover. Let's talk about our sponsor, Private Internet Access. One thing that you need to have in your life is a VPN. It's a virtual private network. And what it does, it makes it so that whatever device you're on, your cell phone, your laptop, your computer, your tablet, anything, whatever you're on, and any website that you go to, you have a tunnel of encryption. Private Internet Access has been #1 rated for years. It's also incredibly inexpensive. It's pennies a day. There's no hardware to install. I worked out the greatest deal to where it's unlimited. So when you sign up for an account, every device in your household is covered, which is amazing. It's an incredibly cheap deal. It's pennies a day. If you go to the link below, you can sign up and take advantage of this. It was the product of the year for the last 2 years, and with iAllegedly. And I'm telling you guys, it is just so simple to use. But what it does is it makes it so that anybody out there cannot see your keystrokes, your search history. When you go to your bank, when you go to different websites, you are private. Plus, if you want to change your location, because they have hundreds of different locations that you can choose from and change, is very simple. If you want to watch movies in a different time zone, you want to watch sports in a different country or state, you can do that. It's that simple, and it's absolutely worth getting. Check out Private Internet Access today. And again, before the end of the month, guys, you got 83% off. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep that. So sign up today. Another day, another cyber attack. Now this one's really bad, because I'm telling you, how would you like it if your wife could be tracked? Your girlfriend, ladies, how would you like this? Gentlemen, I think you're going to hate this as much as I did. And that is VW, the company, and Audi had 800,000 vehicles that were victim of a cyber attack. These vehicles were tied to the Amazon connection in the car and made it so that your exact location could be tracked by people. Now, isn't that terrible? Where did you go? Where did you drive to? That's one thing. Think about this. There was lawsuits in California here. I was the head of the class action against the toll road because they sold our personal data, tracked us, did all the stuff that they weren't supposed to do, and sell it without our consent. Now, imagine you drive your own car. Think of all the places you go. Think of all the places you go that you don't want anybody to know about. 466,000 people were tracked so tightly that they could be able to basically, once they stole your personal information, which is in the phone, in your car, and all the data that you give them to sign up for this, once you gave them that, they could form a personal profile for you and basically steal your identity and everything about it. Who's your power company? I mean, think about it. You could do all these terrible things with this and just no big deal. But VW is like, hey, we're working on correcting this. Don't you love that? And it took all these private companies to step forward and just say, wait a second, this is out there. We can read this stuff. We can see what you're doing, on a daily basis, hour by hour with the phone. Now, where is the car parked at? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's my home. I don't want you to know where that's at. Well, they have all that stuff. So, again, would the VPN help you with this? No. But you got to protect yourself. You have to have your data, secure. One thing that we've talked about in the past is having, an email account that you use for things like this. And this is Newport Beach, guys. I'm on the pier. But you understand, it's insanity. These big corporations don't care about us. VW, I think they're a den of idiots because they lied about the emissions and the miles per gallon and everything on their cars. Now their electric cars can get hacked. That's the biggest problem, is the electric cars. The data from them can just be, pilfered through. And these criminals, that's all they do on the dark web, is get this information, put it together, and then sell it over and over and over again. But you have to constantly check your credit. You have to constantly make sure that you're change the passwords on your email. End of the year, change the password on all your emails. On all your accounts, have them written down on a piece of paper, hidden someplace so that you can get to it. Plus, the other thing is, if you are older and you have an estate of any value of $10 and you want people not to have grief when you pass, make sure people know how to do things like this, because I'm telling you, people drop dead and, I know he had insurance. The mutual of, national, come on, I've seen this. You know how many times people have written me, it's not funny, and I'm making light of something that's horrible and horrific. But you need to make sure that people know how to get to things. And again, if you have, I understand keeping things private, and I'm a very private person when it comes to all this stuff, but you've got to be able to make sure that if you have, let's say you have an executor of your estate, or you have, an adult child that you're going to put in charge of things, or your friend or whoever, make sure they know things like the passwords to, your email account. Again, if you're worried about the person, you don't trust them, the wrong person. So, VW is going to have another lawsuit on its hand. That is shocking. So let me know what you think. One thing that I cannot stand are labels for people and, boomers and Gen Zers. How about this one? Here's one I've never heard of until yesterday. Underconsumption lifestyle. What? Okay, this is rich people that live within their means and don't live an opulent lifestyle. So you live an underconsumption lifestyle. And I'm like, what is this? Okay, well, what this is the way we should live, the way I live. It really is. Just because you have money doesn't mean you should spend it. Oh, okay. If you have a lot of money, don't buy a super big house that you don't need. Okay, it sounds like some good advice. Also, if you can buy a used car instead of something new, do that. You live an underconsumption lifestyle. You don't go out to dinner every day. Oh, okay. Again, labeling this is called, being frugal, guys. Oh, okay. I am telling you guys, you want to have peace of mind. Number one, it's health, guys. Okay? And this tubby boy is working on his health. But number two, finances, guys. Make sure you have your finances in order, because you will live the best life. You will sleep better at night. You will get to do things And then, oh my gosh, I got to buy my kid an extra airline ticket. Okay. He wants to go see his mom? Okay, let's go get it. Again, it's a great way to live, guys. Underconsumption lifestyle. And again, let's label it. Some writer for Fortune magazine. The point is that it is the best way to live. Do not overspend on anything. Do not use credit card debt to live your life. You are doomed, because what we're heading into, and I've been saying this for 3 years, what we're heading into is an economic downturn. All the experts say it now. Finally, it's here. Think about this, guys. We're seeing interest rates come down and mortgage rates go up. It's going to kill real estate. It's going to be deader than dead. Okay, you're starting to see here in California hot areas where the realtors, these smug fools that were rude to me, you better buy this house because we've got 9 people waiting for it. Okay, still on the market. Okay, so you're going to see real problems. And again, I'm going to say this, and it's going to piss off a lot of people. Real estate agents are going to be the travel agents of 2025. Mark my words. It's not going to be this gleeful, just everybody buying hand over fist. It's done. But underconsumption lifestyle, guys. Live on less. What a novel idea. I'm telling you this right now. Prepare for the worst right now. Make sure you have money in your house. Make sure when you hear things like bank cyber attacks, I'm telling you guys, these are just warnings that we have. We don't even know what's going on in China right now, that they can't withdraw money out of their banks. We get snippets of it. I get little tiny, but it's not a big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Tell them that. Tell people that can't feed themselves that they didn't plan on this. Tell them that when they wait in line for 6 hours to get to the front, yeah, they limited the amount of money you can withdraw today. Okay, thanks. Make sure that you have food in the house, that you could live for an extended period of time. And you have to live that way, guys. It's so important right now, more important than ever. And the underconsumption lifestyle. Live on that too. Man, I'm out here so early, the swamp meet's not even set up yet. So, again, I was here 5 o'clock in the morning for you guys, and guess what? Nothing. No fish today for you. None for you. I'm going to finish this video with this last story. And there are inspections that have to be done for certain vehicles. Some are state to state. Some are when you go to Canada. And some are Canadian products that come here. Well, one thing that's become a real problem lately is the inspection stickers for these different inspections. And car inspections from here to Canada, it's expensive, okay, to get these inspection stickers. Now, think about this. They just found $1.4 million worth of these inspection stickers that were counterfeit. And you're like, well, how do you have a sticker that's counterfeit that's worth $1.4 million? If they charged you the $55 fee for this, you could, if you added them all up with everything that they stole, and the story's below, it would be worth $1.4 million. The problem with this is that if you get something, hey, listen, my car's kind of unsafe, or I don't want to have anybody look at my vehicle, and you're stupid enough to do that, the minimum fine's $500. And if they find out that you knowingly did it, it could be criminally charged for this stuff. So I'm telling you guys, no one likes these fees. No one likes the registration fee on your automobile, all this nonsense and BS. I didn't use the word. No one wants to pay this stuff, guys, but you do this stuff, they're going to catch you. They're going to charge you with a crime. And is that worth it? No, it's not. It's not worth it at all. So, Newport Pier, got the spaghetti factory across the street, got all these old bars and restaurants and stuff. Just a fun place to hang out. So, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and an Italian restaurant. Anyways, I'll see you guys very soon. Hello@iAllegedly.com is the email address. I'll see you soon.